Greg shot 2 yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so what I need you to help out with before you leave, I gotta take one of them up to Franklinville. How many episodes do we have where it's like it starts off with us laughing? I mean, because we always tell that joke right before we push the button.
Yeah. It's either we start the episode with it or we end with it.
Or,
But there's always laughter.
yeah. Or with the banana episode when we just laughed the whole time.
It's kind of hard not to.
Oh my God. That. I will sit there and watch that episode. And,
I fell asleep to it the other night.
yeah. But, like, just the part where, like, when I just completely lost it and couldn't get it together.
Yeah. That was.
When I started to do the, well, I guess. You know, when the joke gets you laughing before you even tell it.
That you know it's gonna be a banger.
Or it's not, but it's gonna be funny to you. So but yeah, all that aside, here we are, end of year one.
End of year one. It's been a amazing year for us as a channel. You know, the growth that we've had has just been tremendous. I mean, we've come farther than what we anticipated for the end of the year.
Yeah.
Tim and I were talking, was it a month ago, 2 months ago? And I said I wanted to hit 200 by the end of the year. And he
Right.
said, if we hit 150, we'll be doing pretty decent. And we're at 165 right now.
Yeah. And really, I think the episode that really did that was
Episode 13.
yeah, with Dylan.
Yep.
You know, going and
Which I knew that one was going to be one that really drew in an audience because, I mean, being deer season, people are trying to figure out how to process their own deer at home. And, you know, sitting at deer camp with the fellas and, you know, trying to find something to watch and throwing on hunting related stuff.
Right.
You know.
yeah, but I mean, I knew that would be a good one, but I didn't expect. I think last I looked, it was at 2,200 views.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
that's
believe it was
huge.
2,247
Yeah.
last I looked.
So when we have all of our other ones that are sitting between 200 and 400,
Yeah.
which 200 and 400 for 165 subscribers, those are
Pretty
doing
good
really
numbers.
well.
Yeah.
You know, but to have that one surpass all expectations. I mean, I can't say that has as many views as all the rest of ours combined, but
It's a pretty good channel.
it's it was definitely. So I guess I would have to ask you, what was your favorite episode that we've done?
The bananas.
Yeah.
The Deer Blinded Terror episode was absolutely fantastic. I woke up that morning with a smile on my face, knowing what was about to happen.
You know, I think that one is probably also my favorite, just because that one was so lighthearted and we laughed so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a blast.
Yeah. You know, I guess I thought that one would have had more views. Not to say that I'm disappointed with the performance of it, but
Yeah.
it's still,
It's a little backstory behind the bananas. So about the last 4 or 5 years, I went for, Halloween as a banana, and I had lost my banana costume while I was moving, and I was kind of complaining to one of my coworkers, and he said, what are you gonna do if you can't be a banana this year? I said, I'd probably cry. So I was at work one night. He had
such a fruity answer.
I was at work one night. He had the night off, and he calls me and he says, "Hey, come outside real quick." So I went outside, and he pulled up, and throws me a bag, and I opened it up, and there's a brand new banana, fresh banana. And so a couple days had gone by, and I called Tim and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna go out hunting on Halloween." He said, "Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing." And I said, "Well, I'm gonna go dressed as a banana." And Tim said, "Hold on."
Yeah, that was so much fun. I still have that hanging in the closet at home. So I guess
I just put mine on night before last. I was playing guitar as a banana.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I never thought about doing that.
it was fun.
We'll have to maybe both of us get the guitars out and get our banana costumes on, and
Yeah, I have to play a banana song.
yeah, maybe we'll sneak that into an episode somewhere.
That'd be cool. Maybe green screen it so it's playing on a television behind us or something. So I thought it was pretty neat. I know we kind of touched on it in the 100 subscriber episode, but when we started this year, I had the YouTube channel already that had like 3 subscribers. Is it 3 or 5?
Yeah,
And-
something like that.
And I don't even know why I had subscribers.
Well, I think the joke was that it was you and
Me
your dad and me and 2 of your other friends or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we decided that we were gonna work on this project together, and it's been a lot of fun. Our first few were about sugar in season, making maple syrup, which we plan on doing again this year. I mean, my family does it on the farm every year. So we'll get up there and we'll kind of explain a little bit more in depth about what's going on as far as the process and what we do. Obviously, more 716 Outdoors Kitchen this year.
We've been talking about some recipes for that, and we've got. I think we might end up doing 2 from the Sugar House this year.
Yeah.
Um,
Which the 716 Outdoors Kitchen was an idea that Tim brought to fruition, and I hopped on my software and I threw together a quick little clip and I sent it to him. He said, "Yep, we're making this happen."
I still love it. Yeah, because my favorite character from the Muppets was the Swedish Chef,
Yeah.
and when you sent that to me, it had a Muppet type sound to it. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, I love it. It sounds like the Muppets. So it made me think of the Swedish Chef, and
We'll throw that in right here.
yeah, right here.
Yeah, after after that, I mean, we just kind of, at first, we kind of struggled to come up with ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we started coming up with ideas, it was coming up with the time for
Right.
these ideas, which is pretty tough when, you're working 5 jobs and,
Right.
I'm working second shift and then, dad full time too.
Right. Yeah, see, that's where I have a little advantage. My kids are all independent.
Yeah.
I mean, my youngest is 14,
Right.
and she's 14 going on 40. Or I guess, no, women 29 is where they stop, right? Is that it? I can't remember the
I think
rule.
it is 29.
Yeah.
28 or 29.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I guess she's 14 going on 29. My sons are all in their 20s now. So, I don't have to sit there and worry about a toddler.
Yeah.
So,
Toddlers get into everything and
yeah.
they're not really that independent. Can't really just leave her at home.
Yeah. And, I mean, we can take her hunting, but
She's not the biggest fan. I took her hunting this year for
Right.
archery.
But
Yeah, I think
she's a noisy toddler.
Do you see any deer?
I got it, Dad. I got all of them. Whoa! Dad, you too. Good, what's up? Stop going to. Daddy! Come on, water there. Down there!
Yeah, I think where we're headed with this channel is the right direction. I mean,
Yeah.
the avenues that this has opened up for us with the Dora episode, we were allowed to go into the McKean County SPCA in a place that the public doesn't generally get to see, and got to go in there and film. And really, the only thing that they wanted is just for us to mention them, and we kind of turned like the first portion of that into almost like a little commercial for them.
Yeah.
And they really enjoyed that. They reached out to us and thanked us for it. And then Cooper Allen.
That was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Such a down to earth guy, and he,
When we met him, I didn't think he was going to be that laid back.
I mean, I guess I kind of figured he would be, but I think that he liked the fact that we just kind of showed up there and we were like, hey, Coop, how we doing? We weren't like, oh my God, Cooper Allen.
Because he asked me, he said, you got anything you want me to sign? I'm like, no, man, I'm just
Yeah,
just glad you're here.
Yeah,
Thanks
we just
for
wanted to
coming
shake
out.
your hand and thank you for for the song.
Yeah.
And I still cannot believe, I think about that all the time with the fact that I sent them an email and within an hour, and it was late at night. I
Well,
sent
it's
the
not
email.
like it was noon.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think I had sent the email at like 9:00 at night. 10:00, there's an email back from him.
Yep.
So I'm like, wow. So, yeah, I mean, that was an awesome experience. So,
Absolutely.
but kind of set the bar kind of high for first season of the show, having celebrity appearance.
It was definitely unexpected, but
Right. But very welcome.
yes, very, very well.
So, yeah, we, I guess, what do we have for goals for 2025?
Goals for 2025. I think the biggest thing is just stacking episodes and, film an episode, get it ready, film an episode, get it ready, release this one, film another episode, get that one ready, release that one, and just kind of continuing on
Right.
like that. more 716 Outdoors Kitchen. And I'd like to kind of continue on and like have other like guest appearances.
Right.
You know, like with Jim Bulzan,
Yep.
Alan, you know, Greg made it into an episode.
Right.
You know, maybe talk to some people that are a little bit more knowledgeable about the outdoors, like Greg, and you know, see if he wants to give any kind of tips or anything.
Right. Yeah, I know Greg's biggest tip, and it's something that really helped me through my dry spell. Shoot what you're happy with, and you know, don't pay any attention to the things that people have to say.
For example.
Yes, for example, and I think we'll put those right here. On the channel, there was a guy, and we don't even know who he is, but at the end of the day, thank you for watching the episode, because that counts as a view whether you liked it or not.
Yeah. We win.
But yeah, he had problems with the weapon that I was using because it was a crossbow.
He had issues with the size of
the deer.
And Tim had got a hold of me and he said, hey, you know, have you seen the comments on this video yet? And I said, no, I haven't. And I went right on there and looked, and I said, well, you know what? Let's invite this guy out. Honest invite. And say, hey, you know, if you think you could shoot a bigger, better deer on the land that we hunt, we will gladly bring you out here to hunt with us. Just show up and come hunt and shoot bigger deer. You know?
Teach us how to do it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, show us. We'll make an episode out of it, you know?
yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we made it pretty clear right from the beginning, we're not professional hunters. We're not professional outdoorsmen in general. You know, we're not professionals with filming. I could say we're not professionals with editing, but you nail it.
I'm getting there.
You know, I mean, I'm picking it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You're doing good.
It's not easy, and there's a lot of work that goes into it. But you know, the thing I want people to do. Don't discourage somebody from, you know, if they shoot something that they're happy with, be happy for them.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't buy their tags, you didn't buy their weapons, you didn't buy their ammo.
You didn't use their time.
Yeah, you know, you didn't pay the taxes on the land. You didn't put a whole bunch of work into tree stands and, food plots and everything like that, which, you know, when there's people who saw the size of my deer, was it big? No. Is it?
I thought it was good size.
Oh, I mean, it was a good size. I mean,
I would have taken it.
I did. So, but yeah, it's you know, people who are very familiar with deer management and, you know, knowing what a good deer to take out is and everything, they were congratulating me. They were like, that's a perfect deer to take out, because, you know, he was a deer that was kind of behind the curve. He had enough mass. I would say that he wasn't like a 1.5-year-old deer. You know, I think he was, you know, he was probably 2-ish, like 2.5. Because, I mean, he had some mass to him.
I just want to say too, if you see us kind of leaning and looking, we're
hunting.
Tim's actually hunting. I interrupted his hunt to come film.
Well, I mean, it was my idea, you know, because Greg was nice enough to let us use this this nice blind that he's got built. We call this one the Glass Tower.
Yeah, this one's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a very nice stand. It's roomy. We have more room than we did with the banana costumes.
You could nearly put 2 recliners in here.
Don't give me any ideas.
So I want to go back and touch on the, shooting what you're happy with.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so much hate on Facebook and all these different hunting groups and everything where somebody will shoot something that, it's pretty small.
Right.
But you look at the guy's face and he's just, you would have thought that he shot a 12 point.
Yeah.
He's just
exactly.
absolutely happy. And I mean, you don't have to agree with hunting in general. You don't have to agree with, what people shoot. But like you said, as long as you're happy with it.
Well, and I mean, on my personal page, and maybe we'll put that one here now. Had Jason Harmon. Throw your name right out there. That's why we don't have big bucks around here. On Greg's property, we had 5 on camera, I believe, that were all probably 120 inch or bigger. So shooting a little 4-point obviously is not, it's not hurting the deer population here.
Right.
I think on this property, between archery and opening day or opening weekend of rifle, there was a total of 11 deer, I think, that were taken. And I think 9 of them were bucks. And I think out of those 9, there might have been 2, possibly 3 that were resident bucks. All the rest of them were transients.
Yeah.
That they're trying to find a new home. And if you shoot a buck, you're kind of opening up a spot for another buck to come in.
Yep.
And on a property that's as well managed as this one, especially with the habitat and the food plots, there's no shortage of deer. So I think through muzzleloader season now, we're up to 17. It was either 17 or 19, it even said, that have been taken off of this property just from October 1st.
Yeah.
Till now. So,
there's no shortage.
No. And he still wants a few more taken. That's why I'm out here still looking around, and muzzleloader's over here in the corner. So I hope a muzzleloader is okay to use, and that's not gonna tick off our buddy there.
Yeah.
It'll break my heart if we make him mad again.
Don't remember what his name was.
It looked like almost like a Russian account or something.
Yeah, Russian, Ukrainian.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So.
Another thing too, I was watching, the subscribers throughout this year, and you got 123 subscribers. You check it an hour later, 122. Apparently somebody didn't agree with what we were doing.
Oh, well.
But then a couple weeks go by, we're up to 130. Oh, now we're back down to 129. See ya. Doesn't really matter.
Thanks for coming along for a little while.
Yeah, thanks for showing up and saying hi.
I mean,
it's like when you're doing a Facebook Live and you see that there's 7 people watching, all of a sudden there's 6 people.
Yeah.
This episode of 716 Outdoors TV is brought to you by Belmont Archery. Located at 1227 Promised Land Road in Olean, New York, it's your home for all your archery needs. Whether you need a new bow, a new sight, arrows, or anything in between, stop on down. Jim's got you covered.
All right, well, we're back from that commercial break. Thanks to our sponsor from whichever one we play. I don't know which one it was. And
That is to be decided. So yeah, looking back, some of the behind the scenes stuff that you guys didn't see. The youth hunt episode, we went out there and our intentions were for all of us to just sit in this blind together, but there wasn't enough room.
time to pick the daughter up from school.
She can walk.
Yeah, she'll be fine. She's gonna watch that and she's gonna be like texting me, Dad.
Yeah, so we're all gonna sit in this blind together, and luckily I had my ghillie suit because we got out there. Well, actually, I had to go back and get the ghillie suit.
Yeah, well, and let's take into consideration that Lexi is not a big girl, but Yumi and Jim are not little guys.
Yeah. And even though this place was really good size, I just kind of went and sat in the bushes, in the brush. And so that's why when you watch that episode, you'll see like looking out of the blind, but then you'll also see looking at the blind. And that's because I just had to go sit in the brush.
Yeah, and we also, I really like how we set up the GoPro. We did the time lapse for the sunset.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
You know, that makes a nice transition piece for us to sneak into episodes every now and then.
Yeah.
You know, keep that in our little B-roll stash.
And what's another one? I mean, the Sugar House episodes. I mean, there's so much stuff that goes on there.
Yeah.
That we're gonna show more of it in the next season, but I mean, there's just so much. You know, obviously you saw the tapping the trees and a little bit of the gathering, but like pumping the sap from the gathering tank into the holding tub, and you know, just the way that everything flows through the pans. You know, cutting, hauling, stacking wood, and there's a lot.
There is, and I like the fact that we're now getting to the point of realizing that we were really bad back then.
Yeah, because I mean, we weren't talking in the episodes. It was just, you know, I'd put in like the captions of, you know, this is
Right.
what's going on, instead of actually saying, like, you know.
Well, and I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that we really didn't know what we were doing at that point. Not that we know what we're doing now.
Yeah, we didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
It was more or less just, let's throw together a video and hope that somebody watches it.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, they did get a fair amount of views. You know, especially when we started getting the kitchen episode going in there.
Yeah.
You know, it all worked out. But you know, we have come a long way, and I think trying to do episodes like this once in a while too, I think that helps us. You know, gets us a little more comfortable with speaking in front of the camera and
Blinking.
yeah, blinking.
That was another thing.
That we'll have to put that one in the blooper reel.
So in one of the Sugar House episodes, the intro to it, I had my glasses off, and I'm just sitting there talking to the camera. And if you watch, I don't blink for the whole intro. And the reason why I had
Blink.
the reason why I had my glasses off is because they're so crooked. Because I've really hit him and made them all crooked, and trying to look at myself on camera, I just couldn't do it. So I said,
Right.
you know what, I'll just take them off.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because like I watched that episode a couple times, and I'm sitting there going, he didn't blink at all.
So Tim messages me and he's like, hey man, how about you blink next time?
There was like this wax character that was there, and the mouth was moving, but nothing else was.
I was in the zone.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah, another behind the scenes one was the interview with my father about the stuff with Sugar in Season. And what you guys didn't see is that I actually had my phone, the GoPro, and 2 film cameras set up.
Yeah.
But the footage from the GoPro, I didn't realize that there was fingerprints on the lens, so that was out the window. It was just way too blurry. My film camera, I forgot to turn the microphone on. And then my other film camera, the quality was all right, but it was a little dark. You couldn't really see what was going on, so I just went with my phone. I said, you know what, that's good enough.
well, and when you're filming an intro to an episode, how many takes do you end up having?
Oh boy. Because that intro for that specific episode, the interview with my father, I recorded that 12 times, and then when I finally got one that I'm saying everything that I wanted to say, and here comes a car,
Right.
and I'm like, come on.
Well,
So I said I'm gonna do one more take, and if this doesn't work out, then Tim's gonna have to record one. And it ended up working out.
I think it's a bird. But they do like that thick stuff right there too.
Yeah, whatever I saw was out in there. It might have just been a bird playing.
Yeah. There's a squirrel on that pine tree on that branch right there too.
I've kind of been having a hankering for some squirrel. I think we gotta throw one of them in the kitchen episode.
We should. But yeah, I mean, back to the doing the intros. You know, I'll be driving along, you know, set up my phone in the truck, and I'm doing an intro while I'm driving. I'm like, yeah, this is Tim with 716 Outdoors, blah, 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 blah. I don't like that. Start another one. Yeah, this is Tim with 716 Outdoors.
And my problem is that I'll start to say something that I stutter. I'm like, oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, but it's, you know, it is difficult because you get your mouth going faster than your brain does, and you're
You know, a lot of people have asked me, do you film the intro and then the episode? And the answer is no. Because you never know what's going to happen during the episode.
no, but I mean, sometimes we will, and then we have to film a different one because something completely switched it up. Or when I know, like with the processing episode, I filmed that while I was driving up to Dillon's.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I guess it all kind of depends on what
yeah.
the episode entails.
Um,
The Dora episode, I filmed that before the kids got up for school
yeah.
out in the backyard, and I mean, I probably did 30 takes on that one,
Right.
just because I didn't know exactly what to say, and I had like so much to say, and I actually ended up writing a script
Right.
and taped it to the grill, and I'm standing there trying to look over at it, and I didn't have my coffee yet. And
Well,
it was a mess.
but yeah, there's very little that we do that's scripted
Yeah.
at all.
That was the only one that I've actually tried to write a script for because of the meaning of the episode.
Right. I mean, we can't say that we didn't have scripts for the jokes in the Halloween episode,
Yeah.
but it wasn't really a script. It was, oh, I need another joke, so pull out the phone and
Google.
Google. You know, And it seemed like every time we had the camera on, that was when I was Googling another joke.
Yeah, I would Google one, and then we would record it, and then Tim would Google one, and we'd record one.
But the funniest one, though, was one that was completely unscripted. You know, and I think that's what made it even funnier, was just the fact that neither of us were expecting that. So we it just caught both of us off guard.
It just kept going.
Yeah. You know, especially when it took like 30 seconds for you to get the second one.
The appealing joke.
I'm still sitting there laughing. You're like,
Yeah, it was.
it's not funny anymore. Oh, wait a minute.
At first, I just kind of like, all right. And I'm sitting there just thinking, and Tim's laughing hysterically, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what the hell's so funny? He's just going and going, and then it hit me, and then it was
Hit you like a brick at that point.
To be fair, I had only got like an hour and a half of sleep the night before.
Well, I think that's why a lot of the stuff was so much funnier than it really was because neither of us had really had a whole lot of sleep that day.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, starting October 1st that's when I really start losing sleep, because got to get up and hunt.
right.
You know, and I'm working 4 to 12:30, 4 p.m. to 12:30 in the morning. And then by the time I get home, get rested or get settled into bed, it's after 1 o'clock.
Right.
And then, you know, it's usually about 2 or 3:30 by the time I fall asleep, and then alarm chimes at 5.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, we've
had a lot of fun with this year.
oh, there was the one night that, you know, so we actually still have to get that episode up. So maybe it'll be a little out of order. But our deer season prep episode, we still have a few things, you know, a few loose ends to tie up.
Yeah, there's a lot to that episode.
Yeah. But so after everything's all said and done for the season, you'll see what we did to get ready.
Back to the like behind the scenes stuff. The editing, I do it all on the phone, and there's a lot of, you know, put the video in, and then you have to find out exactly where you want to split it, and then you delete parts of it, and then you gotta sit there and like, you know, zoom it all the way in, and then slide the bar over and get it exactly where you want it.
Yeah.
Well, then if you go and you throw in another video, say you have like an overlay, or like a sound clip or anything like that, and you throw in something in front of it, and all of a sudden that all gets shoved over here.
Right.
So you got to drag all that back again. And I mean, there's been times where I'll have an episode completely finished, or I think it's completely finished, and then I watch it and I'm like, oh, I forgot to put this in there. So, well, save it, you know, save a copy of it, open up another project, flop that one in there,
Right.
instead of, you know, having everything shift all over. But I mean, these episodes, I'll watch them for just hours and hours. I mean, even a 15-minute episode,
Yeah.
it'll be, you know, 3 or 4 hours of editing, just because I want everything to be perfect.
Yeah. Well, it's the one that gets me is that you know, like I thought that I had done a pretty cool thing when I had just taken those clips that I had from my archery season, and we just kind of made that real.
Yeah.
You know, where it would pop up a video, you know, sounded like footstep kind of thing, or, you know, stomping, whatever. So I'd sent that to you. And I'm all proud of myself. I'm going, man, look at what I just did. And you're like, oh, it needs this. Hold on a minute.
So
like
I added in
10 minutes later, I get this thing back, and I'm going, oh.
Yeah, it almost sounds like a hammer hitting an anvil or something every time.
Yeah, because
stop.
it has like an echo and a like resonance and everything after it now.
Yeah.
But that's why you do the final.
I love editing. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
And I used to just sit there from sun up until sundown working on like a 5-minute clip.
Right.
But now, I mean, I can zip right through stuff pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, I think the like using the software that we use and everything, that works out a lot better now that I have that stuff and we have the ability to share through that software.
Yeah.
That makes things so much easier.
Yeah, because before, I mean, Tim would record stuff and then he would try to send it over through Messenger, and it's just, the clips are too long, so there's no way to send it without like breaking it up. And then now Tim discovered a way that you can send it right through the software to kind of make things a lot easier.
Yeah.
Now, if I could just figure out how to send stuff to you.
I don't know why that doesn't work. Snow's melting off the blind.
Santa's back.
You better not shoot my deer. Well, then get them out of here. Leave the ones you don't want.
They all eat the same.
But yeah, so I think what we have to do here is we have to start a scoreboard, our annual scoreboard. So turkey season, Tim has 1 turkey, Mason has 0 turkeys. Tim took 1 shot at a turkey, Mason took 0 shots at turkeys. So we'll call it 100%. Deer season, Tim has 1 deer, Mason has 2. So you beat me. I called you out in the episode on the processing. So
yep,
you stepped up to the plate.
I had to answer back.
Yep. So you did twice. So excellent. Now let's talk about how many shots we took at deer. I took 1 shot at a deer.
1 shot, 1 harvest.
Yep. Mason.
Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to go to the gun shop, Dodge Creek Sporting Goods, and pick up some more ammo because, like I said, I'm not a professional hunter. I'm not a professional marksman, and I missed a total of 4 deer with. Wait. 5, 6 deer. Okay.
So there's more marks getting added over here on the scoreboard.
So I missed 6 deer, and which I think it's funny.
I mean, I would be laughing if I was missing 2, but I didn't.
And I took probably a total of 15 shots. I'd have to sit down and think about it, but.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to.
The two opening day. When we're there. I don't have enough fingers. Can I borrow some? Yeah, here, let me kick my boots off.
No, and I mean that just goes into us picking on each other, because that's what we do.
We do that quite often.
Yes.
And it keeps it fun. It keeps it entertaining. I mean, especially when, like with the Dora episode. I mean, that was one of the hardest things I've done in a long time.
Oh, that was so heavy.
And I mean, we were the only way to get through that episode, like filming it and editing. It's just we just kept cracking jokes back and forth about different things, and it's really the only way to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, when we went back out to see Cooper, and he played that song, I started crying before he even started playing it when he was just talking about the song. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
You know.
And he wasn't even supposed to play that song that night.
Yeah, I think he added that one because of us. So, thank you, Cooper, but also not thank you, Cooper, because, you know, one of the tallest guys that was up front in front of several thousand people bawling his eyes out.
I was too.
Yeah. You know, but it's just a very touching song.
Yeah.
And,
It is.
you know, I just, you know, that's like I said, when I heard it, I just knew that it was going to be perfect.
And it was.
And see, that's something else that I love about how you and I go. We go from like picking on something to something very serious, you know, and it's just like, it just goes here and then we're right back to laughing about something else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just, I laugh about how the interaction with us goes, especially since we've been getting a little more vocal on camera, and
Yeah.
you know,
We've definitely improved on, you know, the on-camera interaction, especially.
Something that we do need from people in the next, let's say, 6 months. We need ideas for the costumes for our Halloween episode this year, or for next year. We have a few suggestions that are really good suggestions. Not going to reveal them yet. You know, we'll wait until we we'll wait until we get these like some other suggestions, but you know, come probably, I'd say June, July, we're gonna put it up for a vote.
Yep. Kind of get the ball rolling, see. Because who knows? I mean, the costumes that they might pick, we might not be able to find right away, so it'd give us kind of a little gap to,
Right.
a cushion space to get it.
Well, that, and so when we did that this year, we kind of, well, first off, I mean, we made that decision like 2 days ahead of time.
Which we plan on filming the Halloween episode next year, before Halloween, and then releasing it on Halloween.
Yeah, instead of hunting on Halloween and releasing it a week later.
Release it for opening day.
You know, and that may have been a little bit as to why the you know, why it didn't have as many views as I thought it would. But with the suggestions that we have for next year so far, especially if the one wins,
which in a way I hope it does. In a way I really hope it does.
Right? I know which one I want to see you as.
Oh, I know. Who's to say I don't already have that costume?
I wouldn't put it past you. So, just the visual. I mean, I kind of have to say that one was probably, in my mind, that's the leader right now.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do what they want.
Oh, and also we're going to, in this next season, we're going to incorporate an Easter egg into every episode. and it'll be up to you guys to find it and let us know if you spot it. And maybe next year for the year-end episode, we'll see how many people spotted
Yeah.
the Easter egg.
I just,
Or we could reveal where it was at in every episode.
yeah, I think, we'll probably have to go that route. We don't want to dole out too much information.
Yeah.
See, still got
See, that joke is appealing.
yes, but it took you a minute to get that one too.
Oh, we'll be right back. Here's a word from our sponsor. This is some of that behind the scenes stuff.
Right? Yeah, we're eating these crackers that, they want to kick us a little. But yeah, they're very good crackers, and if they want to.
This episode is brought to you by.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say if they wanted to go and throw us some money, we'd tell people what kind they are. But they're these nice little.
Oh, you know what? We'll edit that part.
Yeah. Yeah. This episode is brought to you by. Beep.
If you subscribe, I'll tell you what they are.
Or if they want to cut us a check.
$25.
Right. Yeah, I'd like to see if we could get. I think as we're growing, it'll help. But I'd like to see if we can get some product sponsors. Ones that they're just kind of like in the background. This drink that we drink all the time on the show.
Yeah.
But these are some fantastic little orange crackers.
Very good. And they're buffalo wing.
Yes. Buffalo wing, cheesy little orange crackers. And you're just sitting here watching me eat them. Bet you wish you were eating them too. Here, you can have a bite. Which side's the camera on? Yeah, it's like, here comes the airplane. Num, 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 num.
Oh, wait, we can't have like box in there?
Yeah, we can't show that red box that those orange crackers are coming out of.
I'll have to blur that out.
That's something that we haven't really had to do yet, have we?
No. I just want to say, 2025, we have a pretty good game plan going for what we want to get done, the episodes that we want to get filmed. We're gonna go visit Dylan again.
Yep.
That's gonna happen soon. as soon as he's ready, he's kind of catching up on stuff from deer season. But once that's over, we have a really neat episode for you guys. I'm gonna throw in, some fishing this year.
Actually, I ran into a guy today. I forgot to tell you about this one.
With the truck.
Yeah, I have to run down to the body shop and get an estimate. But no, I ran into a guy today. I stopped to get coffee, and he was telling me that because he's a really big ice fisherman, and I was telling him about the show and everything, and he says, "Let's go ice fishing."
That'd be cool.
So, if we get some ice, as we talk about ice fishing when we're sitting in a deer blind and it's 50 degrees outside.
The heater's not on.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we might be able to sneak in a little day of ice fishing. So, and,
Yeah.
I mean, he's got all the equipment too. He's got all the different types of the little fish finder things. I don't know what they call all that stuff. I'm not a nice fisherman, but I think it'd be some fun content.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, if we get a chance to go out and do some of that.
We also have some big changes coming up too for the show.
Mason's stepping away for next year, and he's not going to be on the show. It's just going to be me, so you're stuck with me.
Oh God! There goes the subscriber count.
Yeah. I'm joking. Okay, bring it back up.
Yeah,
I just got ratioed into oblivion on that one.
Yeah, we definitely have some big changes coming up, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it.
Well, Chiquita.
Chiquita.
Yeah, our female co-host.
Yeah.
The reference to that will appear now. It's too bad we don't have a female cohort for our episodes.
Yeah.
She would be a real Chiquita.
And complete. Oh God. My face hurts.
Maybe another orange cheesy cracker. Well,
Thank you, sir.
now get us right back to where we need to be.
Still can't show you the box though.
Well, how far up can we bring it before it just start there? I bet you'd like to see what's down there.
Allow me to show you. Getting a little risky.
These buffalo wing orange cheesy crackers are just
Strikingly delicious.
they're amazing.
Yeah, in conclusion, I just want to say thank you guys for everything. It's been fun. We look forward to this next season.
Yeah, I mean we wouldn't be able to do it without them.
Yeah.
Um,
We could, but just nobody watching.
right. Yeah, but it's. I mean, when we first started, we were doing it for us.
Yeah, basically.
But I think that was probably one of the most rewarding things was like uploading those first few videos and being like, it's got 10 views.
Yeah, we thought we were big business.
Yeah, geez, it's got 10 views. This is amazing. We're doing really well.
Then we had one to break. I can't remember which one it was. Broke 100 views, and
we were just over the moon with that.
Celebrating with a couple pops. And
Yeah. So yeah, we had the first one that hit 100, and then after that, it was like everything kind of started to fall into place. But we were sitting there going, oh yeah, geez, this one's getting 300, this one's getting 400.
And Tim calls me up one night. He goes, "You're not gonna believe this. We're over 1,000.
Yeah, we're over 1,000. And then like within a week after that, it was at 2,000.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to also say thank you to Dylan Howard because, he has brought our channel a lot of subscribers.
yeah,
I think we've gained 30 subscribers just since that video.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And I'll include some of the analytics in this video. That way you guys can see what we see from our creator dashboard.
Yeah, it's
been unreal.
well, it has, and it's been eye-opening for both of us to see. There's a lot of channels that we watch on YouTube with different topics, hunting, racing. We're like, oh, that looks easy, But I was watching one. I don't know if you had a chance to watch that one that I sent you, with Jonathan Joyner from Hunt the Front.
No, I haven't yet.
He said that people go up to him and ask him about how do you get going on the YouTube stuff and get it to be doing everything that you're doing. And he said, figure it out. Because he says if you can't figure it out on your own, then you probably shouldn't be trying to do it.
Yeah.
And he was saying that, people get mad at him for that answer, but he said it's the only way to do it, because you're going to be going after a completely different audience for this channel as you would from this channel. So, if somebody came and asked us how to start a YouTube channel about knitting, I'd film yourself knitting,
Yeah.
and upload it. That's what we started doing. We just started filming ourselves doing what we were doing.
Maybe throw in an audio clip to make it not so dull. Just don't forget to turn the volume down on it.
Yeah, but just I guess if I was the one thing that I would say to people is make sure you talk, because that's the biggest thing that I have against our early stuff is just we didn't talk.
Not at all.
We thought it would just be so much fun to just have this cheesy clip music playing.
That's through the whole thing.
Yeah, and it was cool. It got us going, but it didn't. There was very little entertainment value.
Yeah. Hardly any.
So,
people did enjoy it. But
yeah, people enjoyed it.
So, wow, I've never seen that before. But then this coming season, sugaring season, when we actually explain the whole process,
right?
Why are we drilling that hole right there? Well, this is why.
Right.
Talk
Yeah,
about
and doing it like that, and we're going to be having a lot more jokes and everything, because we've really found a lot of joy in even just the dumbest jokes.
Well, our jokes have been pretty consistent, as far as making appearances in videos, because back in I can't remember if it was the gathering episode or the tapping episode, when I think you pulled up on the 4-wheeler and I said, "Hey Tim," and he said, "What?" I said, you look a lot better than you smell, and you don't
Yeah.
smell that good."
Yeah,
That was
but
our first joke on the channel.
but yeah, I mean, like I just like to get these, like I don't want to try to go where other people have gone before, like with the Deer Blind Dad jokes, guys.
Taking fire.
Yeah, the deer are getting revenge this year. But I mean, don't get me wrong, the Halloween episode was kind of like the Deer Blind Dad joke, guys. But it was our version of it.
Yeah.
Are we going to be professional comedians like them? No. Maybe not.
Maybe.
No. But yeah, I mean, it's just we just have we're trying to carve our own little area of YouTube.
We're trying to forge our way.
That's going to be the name of that next episode. Well, not the next one, but Forging Our Way with Dylan Howard.
Which actually, now that we have that episode over 2,000 views, I feel like it is a very appropriate title.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, but even when we were discussing that one early on, that was kind of the name that we had thought of for that episode. Yeah, and it's with the names of episodes, even, it's not like we don't go out there filming and just knowing, hey, we're going to film this. It always ends up getting named after.
Yeah. And sometimes that's the last thing to do.
Yeah.
I got everything up on the channel, and then I'm just sitting there going, what am I going to name this?
Well, with my archery season episode.
Yeah, Tim's archery season.
Yeah, it was simple and everything, but, we're standing out behind the truck talking, and I'm like, well, that's going to do it for Tim's archery season. Mason's going, hey, that's a good name for for the episode, Tim's archery season. So yeah, I mean, we don't, and then sometimes we'll, like I planned on trying to do some, you want some more of those buffalo
These
cheesy
mysterious
crackers? But yeah, I mean, I planned on having muzzleloader season, and it really wasn't an overly productive day when we went out to do the muzzleloader hunting. There were deer that were seen, but nobody could really get shots, and I had the GoPro on my chest, I had the Tacticam on the muzzleloader, and I mean, I could make that into an episode, but all that you're going to see is chest level of going through the woods. You do like, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Caught it with my hand.
You toss it up and catch it?
Cross toss.
Oh no.
Can you toss it up and catch it? see if deer like buffalo style cheesy orange crackers.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for the journey. It's been great. It's been fantastic.
Really has been.
Really had a lot of fun.
Yeah, this guy. Tell you what, I if it wasn't for him and several other people that I have in my circle, I wouldn't be hunting at all. So,
And now you're out hunting and filming it.
yeah, you know, now I'm a professional hunter.
You got a deer.
One shot, one kill.
Yeah.
87 shots, 2 kills. $89.
90.
I mean, so I'll just order a case of ammo for you.
That'd be fine.
But yeah, I mean, I can't thank everybody enough because it's been, like Mason said, it's been an awesome journey so far.
Really looking forward to
Yeah,
what this next season has to offer.
you know, and I mean, hopefully we can get some decent enough content to, you know, hopefully, you know, what do we want to say? I mean, if we got 165 in the first year, do we want to get like 300 more in the second?
Yeah.
So, you know, let's just round it off, say 500.
I'd be fine with that.
You know, but it's not going to be possible unless people are watching and sharing and
Talking about it.
yeah.
Even if
So-
you're not sharing the stuff, just, you know, if you want to just mention to somebody, you know, like, oh, you enjoy hunting. Well, you know, there's this, you know, check out this deer processing episode, or, you know, you like racing, check out this racing episode, or,
You like to see guys just sitting in a deer blind telling jokes in banana costumes. Watch this episode.
yeah. And another thing for this coming year, we're going to do holiday episodes. I think for
Yeah.
the 4th of July. Definitely.
That one's going to be a banger.
Yeah.
Get it?
And Thanksgiving.
People will just gobble that one right up.
And then Christmas. Oh, dear.
There.
Don't fall out the window.
Choke on that cheesy cracker. Wow.
Oh, goodness. On that note.
Yeah.